This sandwich is just so good, you definitely need to try it. Buttermilk fried chicken sandwich, and then we're going to coat that chicken in a sticky, rich, hot honey sauce. It's going to be absolutely unreal, and this is how you do it. To begin, take 2 chicken breasts, and then we need to butterfly them. So we're going to open them up like a book, and then cut each chicken breast in half to create 2 fillets from each breast. To make the buttermilk marinade, place 300 ml of buttermilk into a mixing bowl, followed by 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of ground garlic, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper. Whisk everything together until it's fully incorporated. Next, place those chicken fillets into the buttermilk marinade, making sure they are all completely submerged in the marinade. And this is where all the magic is going to happen. So this is where the chicken's going to take on all of those wonderful spices, and the buttermilk is going to tenderize it a little bit because of the acidity in the buttermilk, making it really nice and tender when we come to cook it. It is something that you can use straight away, but I would recommend covering it and leaving it in the fridge for at least 1 hour before using it. But ideally, if you make it ahead of time, you can leave it overnight and it's going to be even better. So I'll cover it with a plate, and then we'll place it in the fridge ready to use later. And now we need to make the spiced flour coating for our chicken. And for that, place 50 grams of corn flour or cornstarch into a bowl. Try and be less messy than me, and then place in 100 grams of plain flour. Follow that with all of the same spices again, and then whisk it using a dry whisk until they are all fully combined. Take your chicken from the fridge, and now we need to dredge it in that flour, just taking a little bit of care to make sure it is all coated on every side. When you're doing this, it's absolutely fine just to give it 1 coating of the flour mixture, but I find that you get a much better, crispier crust if you go back in and give it a second dip. Dip it back in the buttermilk, and then back into the flour until it's coated. It can be a bit of a messy job, but you know, it's quite fun. And now it's time to make that sticky, rich Chipotle hot honey sauce. Place a pan over medium heat and then add in 100 ml of tomato passata, followed by 70 ml of runny honey. Then I'm going to add in 1 heaped teaspoon of Chipotle chili crunch, or you could use any kind of chili crisp or chili flakes of your liking. Next, add in 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and then mix everything together. Place in 50 grams of unsalted butter and give it a stir until the butter just melts. Season it to taste with salt and pepper and take it off the heat immediately. Place another pan over medium-high heat and fill it halfway with oil. Now while we're waiting for our oil to heat up, I'm going to make a very quick and simple garlic mayonnaise. So I've got 60 grams of a shop bought mayonnaise there, and all I'm going to do is crush in 1 clove of garlic. Like that. And then add in half a teaspoon of dried oregano. And mix it together until it's fully combined. And we're just going to use that on either side of our brioche bun when we put the sandwich together. Once the oil hits around 180 degrees C, we can then place in our chicken. You can see here I'm giving it a little bit of a wiggle, and this just prevents it from hitting the bottom too quickly and allows it to create a skin so it doesn't stick on the bottom. Cook it for around 8 minutes until it's golden and crisp, just like this. And I think you know what's coming next. We need to coat that beautiful chicken in that sticky sauce. So place the chicken into the sauce and then turn it around, making sure it is all completely coated once again in that sticky Chipotle hot honey sauce. Take your burger buns and we're just going to slice them open. These ones are shop bought, but if you want to make your own, I have got burger bun recipes on my channel. Take them over to a pan that's over medium-high heat and just toast them lightly, or as much as you want, and you could even toast them with a little bit of butter or oil just to make them even more indulgent. I've just done them in a dry pan here. Take a couple of pickled gherkins and just simply slice them up. And shred up a little bit of lettuce of your choice. To assemble your chicken sandwich, place a little bit of garlic mayonnaise on each side of the bun and spread it out, followed by a little bit of lettuce on the bottom, and then that beautiful chicken on top of that, followed by the gherkins and the top of the burger bun. So there it is, buttermilk fried chicken with a hot honey sauce. It looks so good, and this is definitely my food heaven. So it's time for me to give it a little taste and probably make an absolute mess, but let's see how it is. It's really subtly spiced, nice and sweet, crispy, crunchy. The garlic mayonnaise comes through. It's absolutely delicious. I think you should definitely try it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.